A New York court handed down a sentence on Friday to the Trump Organization, Donald Trump's business empire, for tax fraud that went back at least 10 years. The maximum fine that could be imposed was $1.6 million. Even though the fine isn't much for a big company, the criminal conviction for a company that was so close to the former president is significant. The Trump Corporation Core Business and Trump Payroll Corporation were found guilty last month of 17 charges, including tax fraud and falsifying business records. Under New York law, the companies could have been fined no more than $1.6 million, which is a small price to pay for Trump and his family's long-standing business empire. Trump denied knowing about his executives' illegal tax evasion and was not on trial. Even though the company's operations and future are unlikely to be impacted by a fine of that magnitude, the Republican's conviction tarnishes his reputation as savvy businessman as he campaigns for re-election. Only one executive, in addition to the company, was charged in the case. Alan Weisselberg, the former chief financial officer of the Trump Organization, pleaded guilty last summer to avoiding paying taxes on $1.7 million in compensation. On Tuesday, he received a 5-month prison sentence. Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan district attorney, issued the following statement. Following historic convictions for a total of 17 felony offenses, the companies of former President Trump received today the maximum fines permitted by law. He continued. For well over a decade, the Trump Corporation, Trump Payroll Corporation, and Chief Financial Officer Alan Weisselberg carried out and reaped the benefits of extensive fraud. This consequential conviction and sentence serves as a reminder to executives and corporations that they cannot defraud tax authorities and get away with it, despite the fact that corporations cannot serve jail time. Trump's conflict with Bragg, who stated that the sentencing closes this important chapter of our ongoing investigation into the former president and his businesses, does not end. We now proceed to the following chapter. Bragg, who has only been in office for a little over a year, took over the Trump Organization case and the investigation into the former president from his predecessor, Cyrus Vance Jr. At the same time, Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, is suing Trump and the Trump Organization, claiming that they misled banks and others about the value of its many assets, such as skyscrapers and golf courses. James, a Democrat, is asking a court to fine Trump and his 3 eldest children at least $250 million and prohibit them from running any company with its headquarters in New York. A judge has appointed a monitor for the business while the case is pending and set a trial date for October. As he ramps up his presidential campaign, Trump faces a number of additional legal obstacles. Also on Friday, a civil judge in New York denied Trump's motion to dismiss the lawsuit against him, brought by writer E. Jean Carroll in Manhattan. Federal court. Carroll claims that Trump libeled her and sexually assaulted her in a changing room at Bergdorf Goodman in Manhattan in the middle of the 1990s. In addition, a special grand jury in Atlanta has looked into whether any crimes were committed by Trump and his associates in an effort to overturn his defeat in the 2020 election in Georgia. For Trump's role in starting the violent uprising at the U.S. Capitol, the House January 6 committee voted to refer him to the Justice Department for criminal investigation. The storage of classified documents by Trump is also under investigation by the FBI. Assistant District Attorney Joshua Steinglass told jurors at the Trump Organization trial last year that Trump was involved in the fraud scheme and showed them a lease that the Republicans signed for Weisselberg's Perks apartment that was kept off the tax books. Steinglass argued that Mr. Trump is explicitly sanctioning tax